Hello and welcome to our channel. We are Jim and Sam, and this is the show where we like to give you our rating first and then talk about the things we did and didn't like about the movie you just saw. We're going to do it similar like we did last time, Barebones review. Really busy weekend, so we're just going to stay with this kind of format maybe for a little bit. So, Terminator Dark Fate. We saw it. Did you guys see it? If you did, what did you think? Let us know, because we're going to let you know what we thought in 3, 2, 1.
Pass it.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, Sam gives it the pass it.
Pass it.
I am not surprised.
I was very angry after the movie.
So let's just jump into, I won't go first. What is it about this film that you didn't like?
We've seen it already. We have seen it once. We've seen it twice. We do not need to see it again.
Now, what
It's
do you mean?
done.
What do you mean we've seen it?
Okay, it was Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 rolled up into another Terminator to jumpstart another thingy-mabob, and it was just like, it can just stop.
A thingy-mabob, you mean another trilogy?
Yes.
As in a thingy-mabobby?
The first 30 minutes, I was like, why does this sound so familiar? And then I was like, oh yeah, because I've seen it.
It's an opinion, people. It is okay. I actually agree with you on a lot of your criticisms.
Hey, look, I don't criticize movies like this very often, but this one, I was good not to see it. If I hadn't seen this one, I would have been fine. I'm sorry. I just don't think that there was anything special about it that made it even an ounce bit compelling.
I will say I do disagree. I think there is one really good aspect about the film, but I agree. The way I described the film to people at work was that it feels like the Force Awakens of the Terminator films, where they essentially made a sequel to Terminator 1 and 2 while also doing a remake of the very films they're making a sequel to.
I just feel like Hollywood has peaked and it can't come up with brand new content. It's like it's peaked. It's done.
It's all Terminator. Now, I think the thing that hurts this film the most is the last film that came before this is Terminator Genisys. Because Genisys rehashed. I don't know how far into Terminator 2 they wanted to, but they rehashed Terminator 1 with the whole Kyle Reese, Sarah Connor in the past. There's a lot of scenes that blatantly just remade from Terminator 1. So when you're seeing this, you're like, there's a lot of deja vu.
Which is everything that they're doing now anyways. I mean, even Disney can muster up an original sound in their song in their movies, but this one couldn't even come up with anything original.
Well, I will say
it just felt like it was just done already.
I will say that the whole idea with John Connor, I'm not sure how I feel about the whole John Connor aspect of the film, but I do like what it did to Sarah Connor's and the T-800's relationship when they reunite. That part I did like. From that point of the film on, I was 100% on board because I felt like this was Arnold Schwarzenegger's best Terminator since Terminator 2. He just came in so late in the film that it was almost too little too late. He feels like he's not in the film that much. So I agree with all your criticisms, but I do like the Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff. That to me was what you went to the theater to go see. But I just wanted more of that, and I didn't get enough of the Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff.
I'm just not going to keep talking because I don't have anything nice to say.
What I will say is that one of the things as I was watching the film was that Mackenzie Davis' character is given a lot of one-liners to say. And it dawned on me why the one-liners in the Terminator series has worked so well was because the one-liners come from this cold, emotionless machine that's trying to be human. And we have Mackenzie Davis' character that is human, giving out these one-liners that would be funny if they were coming from an actual machine. Mackenzie Davis' performance wasn't the problem. It was the way they wrote the character. For me, that was the issue. Because once Arnold Schwarzenegger comes in and he starts giving his one-liners, it's like, oh, this is what this is supposed to be. And I started laughing my ass off at some of the stuff Arnold Schwarzenegger was saying.
He was really funny. I'll give you that. Arnold Schwarzenegger had some good one-liners that were that was good.
I mean, one of the best ones when he's talking about why the one woman fell in love with him, he's and he ends it with, and I'm extremely funny. And he adopts the name Carl and all this stuff, and there's a lot of really good back and forth with him and Linda Hamilton in that final act. But ultimately, I agree with you. It's a little bit too much of a rehash of other Terminator films, and I feel like that this is most damaged by the previous Terminator movie, Genesis. And a lot of people aren't seeing it. It's not doing that well. And I think a lot of that has to do is that we're coming, 2-3 years off of one of was...
If they continue this, like, I just need something new. And I feel like this is going to reboot it so that it can come up with something new. I feel like it's a been there, done that story, and it just needs to stay in the past.
Wink, wink. Pun intended.
Pun intended.
I will say that they tried to be original with some of the stuff, but they were original without actually being original. It's a weird way of saying it, but they just renamed and redubbed some of the things that were familiar in the old Terminator series, but we end up getting the same story.
Right, and I will say the actresses and Arnold Schwarzenegger did do a great job. I enjoyed them for some of the parts, but I just didn't feel like I got enough new fun content to really enjoy the film.
Yeah, I did really like the Rev 9. He was a lot of fun, and I did like their approach to his character, where when he was going into a new town or a new area, he would adapt their personalities and accents to blend in to the law enforcement there. So, like, when he's in Mexico, he's speaking Spanish. When he goes to Texas, he's speaking a southern accent, like a Texas southern accent, I should say, and he's adapting their lingo. That was really, really cool to see.
Yeah.
That was really cool to see. I would have liked more Rev 9 stuff in the film.
The bad guy was really good.
He was cool. So, that's it for me.
That's it for me.
All right, well, that was it for us.
Sorry, I was so harsh.
No, it's okay. A lot of people are saying that this is the best Terminator since Terminator 2, but considering how bad the Terminator 3s have been, this is Terminator 3 Part 4.
Like, I mean, come on. Why?
It's a Terminator Salvation could be a Terminator 4, per se. I just look at it as the future war sequel to Terminator 2. Some people say it's a direct sequel to Terminator 3.
I just really enjoy the movies that are original. Like, I just like the new stuff that comes out, and I feel like right now we're getting a lot of reboots, and some of the reboots are just falling flat. Yeah. And, like, it's like, okay, we get it. We've done reboots. And it's fine when a reboot comes out every couple of years, but when it's every single year and it's 3 or 4 movies in a year, it's like I want something new and something original to start off a new franchise.
And on top of it, I mean, this is Terminator. It's, like I said, Terminator 3 Part 4. This is the second Terminator 3 we've gotten in like 3 years.
Every Terminator that has come out, it seems like it's been doing less and less well. Like, maybe it's just time to hang up the hat.
That's what I think. The only thing I'd be interested in seeing in a Terminator movie is give me the future war that's not directed by McG. Give me a good R-rated future war film that tells us the story of John Connor with the Uprising defeating the Terminators.
That would be cool. I would be cool with that, and I would go see that, and I'd be down with it.
But they keep on doing, hey, so years after Terminator 2, before Judgment Day, this is happening.
Before Judgment Day. Give us a movie without Judgment Day. With Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Let's just let the world end. Come on. Let's just see it.
Yeah. So, those were our thoughts on Terminator Dark Fate. I know the word around the web is that this is the best one since Terminator 2, so I'm not looking...
If you enjoy it, it's fine. I won't be offended, but be nice.
So, that was our thoughts on Terminator Dark Fate. I agree with a lot of what Sam said, but I do think that this film does have some redeeming qualities, just not enough at the end of the day to really for me to consider this film part of the Terminator canon. For me, it's Terminator 1, Terminator 2, and everything else after that is cool what-if stories.
Okay.
All right, that's it for us. We have Dr. Sleep coming in a couple of days. We saw it early. We're going to record it right now, but you will see that up on Tuesday or Wednesday. All right, see you then, guys.